tremendous turnout, good weather, nice blue sky, a little breezy, but that's okay. Keep the engine temps down. But yeah, nice mix of sleds, some Arctic Cats, a lot of Polaris, a whole bunch of crappy Ski-Doos, and actually a nice representation of some OMCs. We've got a couple snow cruisers, some Evinrudes. Yeah, this is tremendous. Great day. Looking forward to the ride. It's going to be banging. I think this is what we've been waiting for all winter, huh?
It is exactly. This is perfect.
It's like nice snow, nice trail. This is not necessarily the most picturesque, that you can't find anywhere else in Saskatchewan. But we're heading that way, and that's where it's going to change. Drop into the valley. It's going to be beautiful.
My name is Wyatt Eady.
And I'm his dad, Aaron, and this is my daughter, Violet.
Cool.
We're OMC, hardcore, true and true. Not a lot of them get any love, so I'm happy you guys stopped to say hi.
Awesome. We love them. Yeah. These are great. Who's riding what? Wyatt, you're on?
I'm on 28 snow cruiser. It's series 28, 32, and a 36. 28 is a single curb, 32 and 36 have the dual curb. So it's a 28. The 28 was made in 1971.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And of course, the first thing I look at is that toolbox. They're always smashed, but apparently, and you have a whole horde of them. Don't tell anybody where you live, right? You can't give that up.
I told Wyatt I'm leaving him here if he smashes it today. So. Yeah, no, and then Violet's come along. This actually, Evinrude come from a friend of mine from Jason Whaley, if you're watching. Come from him down in Wisconsin. And so this is Violet. We got it last year and it's been running awesome. She's put almost, it'll be end of the day, 80 miles. So.
Really? 80?
Yeah.
Well, I guess yesterday too?
Yesterday, yeah. Today and yesterday, yeah.
Awesome.
And that's kind of cool. And then, yeah.
And what's Dad riding here?
This is my one that it sits me up off the ground that I don't have to sit with my knees to my chin. So yeah, the 70 Skeeter. Again, come from Wisconsin from Jason as well. So. I just, traded him some cruisers back and forth so I can get some Johnson or Evinrude up this way.
Oh, I see how that works. Why didn't I think of that? All right. You shouldn't tell everybody your secret.
Yeah, right, sure.
It's all right. It's a family. The OMC Village is a family, right?
Yeah.
I kept him home from school on Thursday and Friday to go through the carbs and kind of clean things up and made her go, and she's been running right the whole time, so I'm happy. I shouldn't say it out loud, but...
Yeah, be quiet. Because then 10 minutes later, it's just going to quit.
All of his friends at school, when he gets there on Tuesday, he'll be asking him where he was for the last few days.
I'm just going to tell him I've been snowmobiling.
This is important.
Well, this sled was originally sold in southern BC, and it ended up in Saskatchewan at a farm not too far away from our place when the person retired. And he gave it back to his brother-in-law, so it ended up in Saskatchewan, and through a couple of auction sales, it ended up in my hands. So.
And in what condition originally when it came to you?
It was nice. It was, you know, the seat was gone, and but you know, the sled was all here, all the hard parts. You know, everything was there. I had to replace the track, and coincidentally, another friend of mine had a '64 Chalet, so we did them one winter together. So we had it. It's professionally painted. I didn't paint this. It's done well, and the seat. You know, we had to get a new seat made from Goose down in the States, and you know, did the motor and just give it a. But that's 10 years ago or more, so it's been a pretty reliable old sled. I've been on this ride. I think I've only ever missed maybe one or two. So it's a fun old machine.
Absolutely, and I see you've got a tether added to that.
Yeah, well, when you race these things, it's a high-performance machine.
Okay, you can't just blast past that. Racing a 65 Ski-Doo.
Yes, yeah. Well, Earl Grey's not very far away from us, and every once in a while I like to take it up to the vintage drags, and it is a rule, so I put a tether on it and wave to the crowd as I drive slowly down the track.
That's great.
It makes people smile. When you pull up with this old clunker, people invariably have a smile on their face.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call it a clunker, but it's definitely, I mean, it's old.
It's one of those machines that evokes a lot of memories in people.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't own one, it's kind of an iconic looking machine, right?
Yeah, it's
And the color and everything.
yeah,
And
it's just cute, and it's fun to ride. Like it's especially in deep snow, because it doesn't steer worth a damn. Really, it's
well, no more or less than any of those other ones.
You know, you pull on this thing, and it's more of a suggestion than it is a direction.
I'm sure you will.
I know for a fact this is your favorite machine. I've seen you take it to quite a few rides now. I can tell you've always got a smile on your face when you're riding it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's fun.
Even if you didn't bring something else, it would make me happy to see you riding it.
Well, thanks for the opportunity, guys. It's always fun talking with you.
Is there any particular reason you chose John Deere?
Well, other than they're the best, I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. I mean,
I grew up riding John Deere. My first sled was a John Deere.
okay.
Rode John Deere 20 years, and then became a Polaris dealer. Kind of liked the Polaris powertrain, so I thought, well, what the heck? Let's combine them.
So what did you use for your Polaris base?
It's an 98 XC700 chassis, but it's not a 700 motor. It's I put an Indy 440 engine in it.
Okay.
Wanted to get some range, and I was a little limited on the size of the fuel tank, because although it looks like a John Deere fuel tank, it's a gutted tank, and there's an aluminum tank underneath it that
far out.
runs the full half. It's about 2 inches tall, runs the full length of the running board. It runs up to about there. It's about, I don't know, 10 inches wide, and then that dumps into,
Hold on here.
then that transfers into a sump tank located just off beside the chain case, and draws fuel from there. John Deere radiator, John Deere airbox, Ski-Doo Safari oil tanks. Oil injection is awesome.
Yep.
Vintage sled, Hardy Cat coolant tank. A little bit of everything in it, but
And the exhaust?
worked out all right. The exhaust is actually stock Polaris, which doesn't look that much different than the John Deere pipe.
Okay.
Very similar design. You could pass for that. I wrapped the exhaust to save the paint on the hood. I probably wouldn't have been a problem, but I didn't want to risk the paint blistering because this pipe comes a little closer to this hood than the Polaris hood. And John Deere gauges. I put a new set of gauges on it when I built it. 124 miles on it now.
Well, that's pretty
Well,
good.
I haven't been towed.
So this is the first season then for this one.
This is the first week for this.
Oh, okay.
Now, you said it's one of these gauges. They're tractor gauges. Did I get that right?
Yeah, the coolant gauge is out of a. I wanted the look of a John Deere gauge, but the original John Deere gauges for the liquefier ran with the I don't know what you call that tube that goes into the cooling system, and there was no place to plumb it in on this engine, so I put a electric gauge on it, but the only one I could find is from the Mannheim series John Deere tractors, the 3130s and
No way.
But it's working good, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm using the Polaris, the original Polaris strip heat exchangers under the tunnel,
Okay.
and I'm tied into the John Deere Liquifire radiator.
Well, thanks a lot for sharing, Pete. This thing is just amazing. A lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of love went into this. You can really tell.
Thanks for your interest. I appreciate that.
Very nicely done.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
All
A few
right.
things I want to finish up on it this summer, but she's good enough.
Made it back. That was fantastic. Got to meet those great folks. That's awesome. Great people here, great conditions, beautiful trail. Just all around a super fun day.
Don't forget the chicken wings.
And chicken wings. Look at this kind of. That's the kind of day it is.
Yeah.
No shirt.
Yeah, I've never been to a derby that had wings on the trail.
That was neat.
Yeah.
That was, well done, Togo.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, we had a great time. We're definitely coming back. It was a lot of fun. All right. And what do we say?
Retard?
No. Come on.
What? Don't get hate?
No.
Gravy out.
There.
Saddlebags, so you're packing all the
candy. Stuff
you're packing
candy.
chocolate milk and candy. Good stuff.